The world of boxing was fractured, champions crowned and stripped. Belts passed like ghosts through chaos. Evander Holyfield had risen, fallen, and risen again. Lennox Lewis, the British Lion, was crowned by circumstance, not conquest. And now, two men, both kings in their own right, were finally set to meet, to decide who truly ruled the heavyweight world. This was Holyfield versus Lewis, the battle for one throne.
In the ring, and we're underway.
Don't get low. Make sure every punch that Evander Holyfield throws is up high. You know, in the dressing room.
Despite Holyfield's claims, it was Lewis who dominated the early portion of the fight, easily winning the first 2 rounds on the judges' scorecards.
Lewis is wearing his cup almost up to his chest. What a great strategy by Lewis.
And so far in the first round, Lewis has been in and out with the jab, sometimes firing it aggressively.
With your hand, Evander should go to the body. He can't protect that.
Double jabs for Lewis, sometimes just laying it out there. Left hook lands for Holyfield.
But because Lewis is up high, it's non-effective. You want to get caught on the end of the
round. Lewis. From the English fans, mostly in the second.
Keep your height. Evander Holyfield should get to that body and make him drop those hands.
And Holyfield trying to tackle Lewis in the middle of the ring.
In the second round, Lewis landed 42 of his 87 punches, while Holyfield only landed 8 of his 24 punches.
Closer quarters, but he hasn't been in there so far.
Yeah, he takes a couple of pounds. There's a good left hook by Evander Holyfield.
Body shot by Lewis, partially blocked. Step back. 17 punches around won't win for Evander Holyfield. And he fringes against the ropes as Lewis lands.
Despite Lewis's early dominance, an unfazed Holyfield told his corner that this is the round he go out, referring to his third-round knockout prediction.
Where the Englishmen are enjoying.
Starting to go to the ropes, and that's not where you want to be. Once his back starts touching the rope, Holyfield is going to get confident.
Holyfield began round 3 aggressively, hitting Lewis with several combinations in the first 2 minutes.
To try to fulfill the round 3 prophecy, does Lewis get a chance with the right hook?
And picking those gloves.
Leaving Lewis with what are called the punch.
He's planning on putting his hands on his head to block the shots. And the gloves he's using has a bigger pad right.
Called the puncher's gloves.
With 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the round, Holyfield threw a powerful haymaker that Lewis dodged.
Evander attacking, trying to fulfill the prophecy. You know what Holyfield said about Lewis seemingly trying to collect himself as he stands in the corner and waits.
Interesting fact, my friends, if you didn't know, when Riddick Bowe became the undisputed heavyweight champion, the only thing that stood between him and Lennox Lewis wasn't a contract, it was pride. Bowe threw his WBC belt into a trash can rather than face the man who had beaten him years earlier at the Olympics. That man was Lennox Lewis, tall, cold-eyed, and calculated. He was handed the title without a fight, and from that day, he carried a label, a paper champion.
Lewis had better pick his hands up, keep his hands up. That's about all he can do.
I think he's trying to
see. And so much.
Though Holyfield won round 3, he fell short of his knockout prediction. Lewis came back to win round 4, giving him a 3-1 lead.
Throw your right hand only if you see it. Good. You want to make sure, hey, I'm making contact. When I do zero in, I'm going to go for the big one.
Look at Allen.
What you want the shorter man to do is reach for everything.
Lewis lands the jab and fires the jab with frequency.
He just doesn't believe in his jab, though.
Left hook lands for Holyfield. Backs Lewis into the corner again. Right hand lands in shots. Lewis again missing just over the top with the right hand. Them all along would be the case. Right hand lands again for Lewis. Lewis with a right hand and a left hook. Tough round to score.
Lewis expanded his lead by dominating round 5, landing 75% of his 57 punches while limiting Holyfield to just 11 landed punches.
Hard right hand by Lewis. Holyfield on the defensive. Right hand lands again. Thunder in round 5 for Lewis. To the body. Short advantage for Lewis for the moment as the crowd upstairs chants for their man. Lewis had to the body, George, but reaching to do so.
Evander Holyfield segment. Evander Holyfield's story was forged in defiance. They said he was too small for heavyweight glory, too kind for war. But his heart, his faith, made him unstoppable. He fell, he rose, he fought giants. He beat Tyson, unified belts, and kept coming back when logic, age, and even his own body told him to stop. For Holyfield, boxing was never just a sport. It was purpose. And when he stepped into the ring against Lennox Lewis, it wasn't about proving he could rise again. It was about proving he was never meant to fall.
Lewis starts to bend his waist, trouble starts. And one at the same time.
Is he hurt or is he playing possum? Is he hurt or is he playing possum, George? He's hurt.
Yeah, he's had some body punching and they hurt.
Good footwork for Lewis there. Holyfield reaching but not finding anything.
Right now, Evander Holyfield.
Lewis got into trouble in round 6 after he dropped his hands to his side, allowing Holyfield to connect with a right-left combination.
Following it almost to the tee, but Holyfield lands a big left hook as Lewis carelessly drops his right hand.
Getting a little arrogant.
A little swelling and a little blood on his face.
Lewis with blood on the bridge of his nose.
Not a good idea against this great warrior.
2 of the judges scored the round in favor of Holyfield.
Every moment.
Inviting a right hand lead from Holyfield.
He's a little perplexed, so to speak. I don't know why. That's not a multi, yeah.
That'll do. Yeah, you got it. Uppercut lands for Lewis. Thunder on Holyfield. This is no Mike Tyson that Evander can push around the ring. He gets pushed backward when they come together.
You don't follow a puncher around. You just don't do that.
Lewis won round 7, stunning Holyfield with a left jab in the first minute, and later having Holyfield against the ropes. In the second minute of the round, Lewis hit Holyfield with right uppercut, left hand, right hand combination.
Uppercut.
A knockout where Emmanuel Stewart.
They both go down in the corner.
Holyfield only landed 8 punches to Lewis's 33 in the round.
That Evander Holyfield's got a left hook to the body that's really painful.
And the judges really see the clean punches and the effective aggressiveness. You can't miss shots like that, Jim.
Tonight, Holyfield is going to have to fight, and it won't be anything but a fight.
Big right hand lands for Lewis. For deck again. Left hook partially blocked. Uppercut again. Right hand. Holyfield stunned in the middle of the ring. Lewis misses. Goes to the body.
Takes a lot out of you when a big man lean on your back like that.
Left hook inside for Holyfield. That hook inside for Holyfield. After Lewis's uppercut was partially blocked. Big round for Lennox Lewis.
Holyfield fought back by winning rounds 8 through 11 on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards, with Judge Larry O'Connell scoring round 10 a draw.
The counter punching here.
2 of 32 power shots. Don Turner is getting more desperate as he asks combinations few and far between for Evander.
Evander's getting into a jabbing contest, and that's just dropping right hands. He's got his defense set now, and he doesn't have to back up at all anymore. George, touch him every now and then. Just get a little closer and stay closer. You see, just you don't have to hit him hard, just stay close.
Right hand stops Evander in his tracks again.
He just doesn't seem to believe in it enough.
Push in. Stop grabbing his head.
Holyfield to you. Let's go.
Just mound, so to speak. Then you can get something going, but as long as you got him standing there, it's like batting practice about what's going in.
Well, when he uses the uppercut, George, he triples his effectiveness as an in-fighter. Stewart never had a knockout past the 8th, but why would he need it? Right now, with 4 rounds to go after this.
Lewis is taking some of the power.
Not a lot of drama here. It's lived down.
The warrior in the purple trunks.
Lewis, every now and then, whenever he drops his hand or bend his waist, he get in trouble. But as long as he do is keep his right hand up and just circle Holyfield to his right. Go to his right and make him throw his left hook.
Lewis
punches him a little bit. He can even put a little power to it.
Evander reaching with a right hand. Lewis ties him up again.
He needs one for these last 3 rounds.
Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Jim, 7 rounds.
Rough game.
Yeah, but Joe Lewis would never revert to all of that.
Hard right hand for Holyfield. Biggest punch in a while. Lewis lets
the 2, 88, 83, Lennox Lewis. I like Evander Holyfield when he gets aggressive, but I
landed the jab and left it out there while Holyfield stepped in and landed the right.
But I've only seen aggressiveness in 2 rounds, and that's the 3rd of the night. I thought he pulled out the knife by getting aggressive, just like he's doing now.
Here comes the aggressiveness. Here comes the Holyfield rally. Here comes the indomitable warrior we've seen.
And every time he steps
so many times.
Actually, the deep breath.
Landed for Lewis.
Great.
Holyfield got a little bit of it himself. Right hand. You got to keep it on him, Evander. The shorter arm a fighter to do is keep following you, reaching. Reach out for everything you get. Make him miss by keeping your hands up.
Uppercut land. First minute and a half of the 10th round, enough to get the Holyfield jab with accuracy.
Would just come in and take away that jab.
Yeah, well, it's like Larry says. It's Lewis's tactical skill that's winning the fight.
We outskilled him tonight.
You know what? All of the talk about Evander may have had too many wars. It hasn't seen. This boy was an Olympic heavyweight champion one time.
And he lands.
Right now,
Lennox Lewis show up for a big fight, and he did.
Good right hand by Evander Holyfield.
Big lands.
who has not been great tonight.
Lewis finished the fight strongly, winning round 12 on all 3 of the judges' scorecards.
He hasn't. Lewis thudding with the right hand over and over. You trying to keep the title in the colonies, George? It's been an easy boxing exhibition for the bigger.
If only Lewis would just bend his waist.
Lewis lands the right hand again as Holyfield leans in.
With the big guys. Let me tell you, he's had the heart.
This fight may be the biggest anti-climax.
Lewis just staring him down.
I don't think he should taunt the great guy, though.
On a lead.
And you heard the urgency of Emmanuel Stewart between rounds.
With the decision now up to the judges, Television commentators expected Lewis to become the first undisputed heavyweight champion since 1992. However, in one of the most controversial decisions in boxing history,
15, even a draw. The decision is even a draw. Both champions retain their...
the fight was ruled a split draw, and as such, the three sanctioning bodies quickly ordered a rematch between the two. Holyfield versus Lewis. Second meeting.
Drama tonight.
Already you can see Holyfield trying.
Where is the ideal range for Evander, George? Is it right up in Lennox's chest, or is it a medium zone?
You got to be a medium.
They called it unfinished business. Two warriors, each believing the throne was theirs by right. $15 million paydays. Every belt on the line. Holyfield, the relentless comeback king. Lewis, the tall strategist who felt robbed the first time. On that night in Las Vegas, Lewis claimed the crown by unanimous decision. Yet in the hush of the arena, voices whispered, did he dominate or merely survive?
You know, he was able to get in one good left jab, and that gives him confidence.
Evander trying to project more sheer energy than was the case in New York, and whacking away at Lewis on the inside. It's the result, but already Don Turner is yelling at Evander from his corner. He doesn't want to fight, yelling at Evander to try to let him know.
The more minutes that Evander Holyfield stays...
Like in the previous fight, Lewis gained an early advantage, winning both rounds 1 and 2.
Cuts to his chest.
And Lewis, who
Now
said
he's
he would
going
be...
back to make the big man back up. If you miss him, he'll at least back up.
Hard punch by Lewis inside.
Got to concentrate on going right down the middle with that right hand.
Uppercut by Lewis as Evander jumps in with the jab. Lewis doubled.
Brain Trust wanted him to have twice the activity of the first fight. He hasn't.
Slower by hitting him in the body a time or two.
Turner asked Holyfield to throw the overhand right. Evander hasn't released it. Lewis has released it. In his great rematch performances in the past times in this round.
Evander throws the overhand right. He has to make contact with the left hand first.
Left hook to the body, one of Holyfield's.
Beat him to the punch because the big guy has to bring him up and throw.
That round looked...
Lewis won round 3 on 2 of the judges' scorecards.
Walks out of the corner. Lewis lands a little left hook.
And combination and close. Trying to hit him back for hitting you. Don't do that if you're Lewis.
Impression one gets from him.
But a late rally from Holyfield during the final 30 seconds in which he landed several punches, including a hard right to the side of Lewis's head, helped him win on the third judge's scorecard. Holyfield then won the next 4 rounds.
That's one thing you said before. Much has changed in the 8 years since April 9, 1991.
And that's why I named all my boys George, so I wouldn't have to remember him.
Hard right hand by Holyfield. Well, that's part of Lewis's basic cautiousness.
Now Holyfield was able to get... Lewis is bending down.
And Holyfield landed the left hook. How do you have it through 3?
I don't know, Jim.
Apparently liked some of what he saw in round number 3. Another big right hand for Holyfield as Lewis misses.
Jumping in because of the distance. He can't get it.
And leaving the opportunity alone for the moment. Right hand over the top by Lewis.
The second fight was different. Holyfield wasn't the same man who'd been outboxed months earlier. He was sharper, faster, lighter on his feet. He had studied every second of their first encounter, every jab that slipped through, every moment he'd hesitated. His camp said this version of Holyfield was reborn. Reporters noticed it too. The confidence in his eyes, the rhythm in his sparring, the calm in his corner. He had found that balance again between faith and fury. And when he walked to the ring that night, the crowd truly believed he would rewrite the story. Many expected him to finally beat the man who had haunted him, to reclaim the one thing that still eluded him, the undisputed crown.
Ooh, that right hand on the side of the head hurt.
Kind of slid past Evander's ear, though.
Yep.
Here, early on.
You know what? He's good left hook.
Solid left hook by Holyfield.
Lewis better get his hands up. Holyfield is doing a good job. Whenever he's close, he throws something. When the fighter, he gets himself in the range of getting hit himself.
And Holyfield grinning as Lewis lands a big right hand.
And the good thing about this, I didn't mention, Lewis has his cup a little lower. That's why Evander is able to...
The blood does start to trickle outside his right eye as he goes back to the uppercut and busts Holyfield again.
Holyfield has got Lewis coming forward. That's what you want him.
Big difference in the position of the protective cup. Lennox going to work with the uppercut again.
Leaning forward a little bit, trying to get that uppercut.
Absolutely. He thinks he's got Holyfield going with his big right hand connects.
Holyfield
is... Outside the eye, as you can see, outside the orbital bone. And Halpern telling Holyfield to watch his head as Lewis goes under and then over with the right hand and almost throws Holyfield over the top rope.
Lewis goes to the body a little bit.
And Lewis looking to the body.
And then going up. What you call the chill of confidence.
Well, it gives Lewis something to think about, right?
And you don't want, so many young fighters don't even understand that, so they allow guys to do it.
And now Holyfield goes upstairs with the jab. Evander's off to a positive start.
When you go back to the corner, you want to think about how I'm going to get him the next round, not how blood is flowing. Holyfield has got his, now he doesn't have no idea how to get back and get this thing in control.
Right hand by Lewis. 30 punches per round through the first 5. That's the same level of inactivity that Lewis headhunting in this round, concentrating on long right hands to Holyfield's head. Evander working.
He is for the taking. He had no idea he would have to fight for this title.
And knocking Lewis off balance and knocking him back.
Going to the chest again. You cannot be allowed to be hit in the chest as a heavyweight. Him in the body, in the chest, things he didn't do last time.
In an entertaining round 7, the two fighters fought in the middle of ring during the final 20 seconds, each landing several punches.
Evander Holyfield land a good...
I gave Evander Holyfield a 6th round because he was busier. There's no question. Lennox didn't punch, but he's punching this round.
At Holyfield, and this is the result. But here comes Lewis now.
Lewis rallying again. Combinations. Hard right hand by Holyfield.
Body shot, and it hurt Lewis.
Hard left hook by Holyfield. Lewis stunned again. Lewis stands in. Holyfield fires back with the left hook. Holyfield thinks he's got a target.
It was a left hook inside that hurt Lewis.
It was a big one. That left hook partially blocked by Lewis's right hand. Lennox leans against the ropes himself. Now Lennox fires the uppercut and throws Holyfield off and lands the uppercut again. He's just waiting on that uppercut now. Buster Douglas got him. Evander Holyfield with a better plan tonight. A little bit more energy. Cut from distance.
Oh, Evander is standing there in the
by Holyfield. Lewis to the body. His own right hand lands flush. They trade shots at close range. Round 7, the best round these two fighters have fought against each other.
Lewis seized control of the fight by winning rounds 8-11.
Every landed punch but one in round 7 was a power shot.
That get down low.
So it's a much more even fight. But despite everything we're saying, Lewis has landed some shots in this round and may in fact be winning the round.
From that moment, the tide had clearly turned. Holyfield, who had started strong and fought with renewed purpose, now found himself trapped in a storm of precision. Lewis was no longer boxing cautiously. He was dissecting, commanding the rhythm, dictating the distance. Each jab was a statement, each right hand a reminder that the night belonged to him.
It looks from time to time that Lewis is a tired fighter. When he went 10 rounds fighting this style against Mercer in Madison Square Garden, Holyfield much more engaged, looking much more confident than at any point in New York. Lewis obviously much more conscious of wanting to knock his man up.
And the bringing of that cup, that protective cup has been lowered. Holyfield got a green light, left jab to the body by Holyfield again. Left hook upstairs now.
Another left hook, and Lewis backs up and ducks. Fires a right hand back and goes to the body.
Lord Patterson left hook.
Which he did right there.
Jump in.
Their heads come together again, and Lewis produces some good infighting as he drives Evander back to the ropes.
Holyfield kept pressing forward, his chin high, refusing to give an inch. Even as his face showed the marks of battle, his spirit refused to break.
The 10th round to end the fight. Holyfield stepping it up again with that double pumping jab inside.
Holyfield's eyes are clear. Not so with Lewis.
Holyfield looks like the fresher fighter.
But will Lewis take advantage of it?
Multiple punches for Lewis. Holyfield not throwing back. Fires the right and drives Lewis into the ropes. Lennox goes back to the body and the uppercut. Thrashing Holyfield with punch.
Evander takes over.
Left hook to the body by Lewis. You don't see that very. Now Holyfield's going to try to flurry again to convince the judges.
You should jab. Don't wait to get in distance.
Lennox goes back to the uppercut. Evander whacks to the sir in Madison Square Garden in a very similar
what a
fight.
good left hook to the body by Evander Holyfield. Evander's been in with a lot of giants, and he's never backed down from a one.
Well, Evander Holyfield won't back down from anybody. Uppercut lands for Lewis. Holyfield misses no thing to do.
Holyfield is an excellent boxer. Knows what to do and when to do it.
Because in the last few rounds, he stood right with Holyfield and gone. I mean, this is a common thing.
3 on Letterman's card. I'll bet you anything. There's at least one judge at ringside who has Holyfield ahead in the fight.
But I can tell you this, he just goes to the left, nothing.
Left hook lands for Lewis.
Oh, boy, that was...
Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 9? 6'3" or 5'4"?
No, 6'3", 87-84, Lennox Lewis. I give him
This benefits him. He should try to create as much of this as he can.
But he just landed another big...
going to fight his physical appearance, especially in close rounds. Evander looks like he's fresh, and in certain rounds, Lennox looks like he's...
Right hand lands for Lewis. Evander not throwing right now. Lewis with 2 body shots. And Evander's left round. 6 minutes to go. It'll be the 11th time in Holyfield's career that he's been into the 2 champions. Straight left for Holyfield. Lewis landed a right hand earlier.
I mean, he's 37 years old.
Rest and win this round.
Combination by Lewis. Holyfield lands a big right hand.
On the mound like a pitcher, and he just stands there and does whatever he wants.
Hard left hook by Holyfield. Then he showed in a seemingly weary round 10.
Good body shots by Lewis.
And the kind of effort the 2 fighters are putting forth. But still, Lewis throws more and lands more in almost...
He stands on his mound, and those body shots hurt.
Right hand by Lewis. Holyfield misses his left.
Watch your head.
Lewis jabbing and bouncing now. His energy coming back.
He rallied in the final round, throwing punches not for points, but for pride. The mark of a true warrior who would rather fall standing than retreat in defeat.
Fighters be doing in this round, George.
Evander's got to pull it out. He just can't sit there and box this round. He's got to fight.
The men fought a close round 12, but Lewis again took the round on 2 of the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, you always got something you wish you had done in the hotel room.
2 body shots by...
When the final bell rang, the air inside the Thomas and Mack Center was thick with tension.
Here in the 12th round.
Lewis was then named the winner by unanimous decision with scores of 115 to 113, 116 to 112, and 117 to 111, becoming the first undisputed heavyweight champion in nearly 7 years. Although not as controversial as the decision of the first bout had been, the result of the rematch was also widely contested, as many observers believed that Holyfield had done enough to keep his unified championship by winning a decision or earning a draw.
Lennox Lewis.